Furniture Bank is a charity and social enterprise. We've been around since 1998, and we're collecting society's gently used furniture and housewares and matching it to families in need, usually within 72 hours, from your home to a new home. Hi, I'm Dan Kershaw, the Executive Director at Furniture Bank. Furniture Bank started back in the late 1990s when Sister Anne was working with refugees here in Toronto. And she kept coming across situations where the client families that she was working with they had an apartment, but they had no possessions. And one in particular was coming into a Somalian refugee home and seeing that there was 4 children sitting on the floor staring at a 12-inch TV, and there was nothing else in the home except a few pots and pans and a few knives and forks. And she realized that with all the great things that are here in this community, that there wasn't a better way of matching people who needed furniture and housewares to those who had surplus. Furniture is actually quite fundamental for all of us to be successful in life. We find there are tens of thousands of families here that they work through all the great agencies that support them, and they find when they get to the end, they get the keys to their apartment and they end up in an empty space. Without a bed to sleep on, without a dining room table to eat at, without a sofa to sit at and be with your children, none of us can be successful. And we've been supporting that noble cause of getting people dignified homes since 1998. We work with over 90 community agencies and shelters. They're the ones that are putting in the hard effort to work with each individual family. It could be an individual formerly homeless, it could be a new refugee family from any country around Canada, the world. It could be a mother and daughter who've fled abuse and are restarting their lives. For us, we work with the agencies, and the agencies know when it's time that they need a home, and it's time they make an appointment with us to come and build and handpick the items that are most important to them to create a home. Last year it was nearly 11,000 people who got the necessary possessions to move forward with their lives, to be able to go to school, to be effective families, to be a good employee. We also run a youth employment program within the charity, within the social activity that we do called Leg Up. About 2/3 of our employees have come through this program. And finally, environmentally, it's these 5 million pounds of furniture that stays out of the waste stream and gets rediverted to families in need. So we are really a people, profit, and planet organization. We still unfortunately have a significant request coming to us from both the Greater Toronto Area and across the nation. So the future for us is about scaling our impact. It's about reaching more communities and more agencies to support more people creating homes. Furniture Bank and the role we play in society needs to expand, unfortunately. There used to be federal programs to support people to get the necessary assets to furnish a home. That doesn't exist anymore. We estimate there's over 100,000 families every year across Canada that are emerging from some form of displacement and don't have the necessary financial assets to be able to create a home. In the early 80s, there was a single food bank. Today, there are over 700. We're on a similar journey, establishing furniture banks as a necessary need, but also a way that customers who have a need to dispose of their furniture can actually know that it's going to go to a family in need or families in need, and actually allow more Canadians to move forward with their lives.